and welcome to Olivia's Catastrophe. I'm Olivia-Savannah and today we start a vlog because we are here in Turkey. Woo! Where are we in Turkey, sis?
Antalya?
Antalya. I think it's Antalya. But yes, we flew here. There was a whole hubbub at the airport. But we arrived and I'm just going to give you a reading update to start this vlog because on the plane I read 100 pages of The Stone Sky by Jemisin, which is the third and final book in the Broken Earth trilogy. I am loving it. I was actually trying to stop laughing and smiling on the plane because that would have been a bit embarrassing. But it's so good and I really can't tell you anything because it's the third book in a series. But I've only got 80 pages left and as soon as I can I will be finishing this one. And I'm sad because it'll be the end, but I'm also happy because it's definitely going to be one of my all-time favourite book series ever. N.K. Jemisin, she knows what she's doing. But for now we are very hungry. We're in our hotel room. Parents and Simone are in a different one. Us three sisters are in this one. And we were served fruit, which has been consumed very quickly because we were really hungry. So we're gonna go and get some dinner and the fun starts tomorrow. Hello, good morning. So this morning we had a lovely breakfast which was spread out on the table for us and we are gonna go and have a beach day. One of the main reasons why we chose Antalya as our holiday place was because we wanted some beach. It's been a few years since most of us have been to the beach. Definitely me. After a year abroad in Australia, it's been a long time since I've seen a beach, so I'm very much looking forward to going. But I just wanted to give you a quick reading update because this morning, while waiting for other people to wake up, I finished reading The Vacation by John Mars and it was perfect to finish reading that book while on my very own holiday. And this is a thriller book and it's about all of these people who end up at the same hostel and all of them are there for different reasons and all of them have more deadly secrets than they are letting on. And I'll talk about this further in a wrap up because I really just read the last 40 or 50 pages this morning and finished it off. But it was one of those books that was just incredibly far-fetched. It was so far-fetched that while I was reading it I was like, is that the plot way over there, far away? Yeah, that is how far-fetched it was. But it was still very addictive and I was reading it and having a good time and there was a ship in it that I really shipped. But it was still not a good book, but it had that addictive feeling, so maybe it served its purpose as a thriller. So I don't know, I've got to think about this one a bit more and I'll have further details in a wrap-up that's either already posted or will be posted. But yeah, finished The Vacation and now I'm going to go back to focusing all of my attention to either The Stone Sky or a very special beach read for the beach.
You finished The Vacation on vacation.
What was that, sis?
You finished The Vacation on vacation.
I did. This is my subtitler and sister Simone. Yay. And my best friend.
Can't wait to be subtitling this later.
It's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strange.
Have tried to find the beach and we have not been able to find the beach. We found the coast. It's beautiful, but it's not a beach. And it's not wheelchair accessible because there's 10,000 stairs.
Yeah.
So in the end, my friends, we did not make it to a beach. What happened? Somebody inform Mummy.
Tamara suggested a beach, but of course the negative thing that she forgot to do was to check out wheelchair accessibility. So we drove to the beach and we walked all around and it was impossible to get down to the beach with a wheelchair. So yeah, we had to abandon the idea. However, Olivia, Joan and Simone have recovered the day because we've had a lovely walk along the seafront and found the Juden Park. Great park. And we've been practicing some poetry. What kind of poetry is it?
Spoken word poetry.
Spoken word poetry.
And what was that poem you just performed some of to us?
It was the beginning of Paper People, which I performed when I was like 14, so I can remember the beginning.
And it was fantastic.
It was great. Purple paper people.
I wish I could perform some of my poetry, but I'm not a spoken word poet. I am a very written word poet. Very written. So we came to this table to have a reading day, and Mummy, are you going to read something?
I want an ice cream.
So no reading is going to happen in this corner.
Well, I put my book on the table, but then there was a giant ant, so no reading.
What book are you reading at the moment? Now that you're done with Six of Crows and the latest Raven Cycle fanfic, what's next on the agenda?
One of my favourite authors, Gregory Maguire, Wild Winter Swan.
Ooh.
I really like Wicked, Confessions of an Ugly Stepsister, and After Alice.
Nice, I hope you enjoy this one. And I will get back to reading The Stone Sky. What are we doing right now?
I'm about to die.
We're about to paraglide, and it's gonna be great. Simone, where are we now?
We are at the very beautiful Taurus Mountains. Very high in the sky.
How did we get here?
In a cable car.
And what happened to me?
Well, I think we all got a bit scared because it was scary. It was very high up.
I didn't.
You didn't get scared?
No.
I was scared.
I was very scared. there, I just wanted to come and give a reading update. You've seen all of the clips of the day. We went to waterfalls, we walked around the Asian city, we did lots of things. We went up in a cable car, as Simone said. But I also just finished reading The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. And I am emotional because it was the perfect ending to the perfect trilogy. As I've said many times before, N.K. Jemisin is the queen of world building. It's just absolutely fantastic. It's perfect, so well written, so well thought through, so suspenseful, and honestly I don't know if any other Afrofuturism sci-fi book is going to touch this for a while. I feel like I can feel the book slump coming because it was just that good. So the next book I'm going to read is not going to be fantasy or sci-fi, even though I have one at all. I'm trying to decide between whether or not I should read Beach Read by Emily Henry, which I don't know how I've been feeling about traditional romance lately. I'm not sure if it's actually my thing, or The Guncle by Stephen Rowley, which is supposed to be feel good with sadness to it too, but also feel good. So we'll see whichever one I end up with next. Simone, what are we going to eat?
I've been waiting all of Turkey to finally eat baklava.
We can do one more time.
I've had it before, but never authentic baklava.
Hello, my dear friends. I'm here to just give you a bit of an update because I am over a third of the way through the Beach Read by Emily Henry. Just Beach Read by Emily Henry, really. And I'm approaching the halfway mark, so we're quite a way into it, and I haven't even given you an update. So I wanted to tell you what this one is about. So we follow these two characters. They are both writers, Augustus and January. I try to pretend those are not their names because that is so cringe. And one of them writes literary fiction and the other one writes romance. And they both end up being in the same holiday place. They're like neighbours in this holiday place, and it's very out in the middle of nowhere. They've been college rivals for a while, and one author writes romance, the other one writes literary fiction, and they kind of end up meeting and having a bet that if they swap genres, let's see who can sell their novel the fastest. The romance writer's going to write a literary book, the literary writer's going to write a romance book, and see which one can sell their book first, and along the way they're probably going to develop a romance. Now, everything that I said about indie versus traditional romance in my discussion video is really coming to life in this book, and I can definitely see that it's very focused on the characters. Our main character that we follow is really struggling and dealing with grief, but also a certain type of grief where things have happened but she'll never get that kind of closure that she wants, or at least not in the form of being able to talk to the person about it. So she's working through all of those emotions, she's trying to work through her writer's block, writing outside of her genre, and it's just that a lot of things are going down and happening to her while she's experiencing this romantic endeavor with this other character. I will say that they are cute together. I will say that it's an easy read. I will say also that the writing is a bit cringe sometimes. Of course, he has a crooked mouth, a crooked smile, don't they always? He's got like dark brooding eyes and furrow between his brow, and you know, when she calls him like sexy, it's with a capital S, and sometimes the things that are written are just a little bit cringe. But it is a romance and it's kind of ticking all the boxes. It's fun to read. It's nice to read about writers while their writing processes are both incredibly different from mine. It's nice to read it. It sometimes does feel a little bit on the nose side. This is a romance writer defending the romance genre, which can be really nice, but also sometimes feels a bit like, I know you really want to get this out in the world, I know you really want to say what you're saying, but I'm having a good time, I'm having fun. This is working better for me than Book Lovers did, which I started but never quite got around to finishing. Wouldn't say it's a hard DNF, I would say it's a pause. But yeah, keeping me company this holiday. We just were at Aspendos, which was really nice, and even though it said wheelchair friendly, it wasn't that wheelchair friendly, unfortunately. But we've been eating good food, having a good time, chatting and messing around with the family, so that's really all you need for a family holiday, along with the sunshine and all the plants. So tomorrow we are going to have a beach day. I shall beach read on my beach day, and that is the last day of the holiday. So we're really coming to a close here, but we'll see how much I read on the plane and if I'll be giving you any final updates soon. It's our last morning where we get to start our morning reading outside with this view. Last morning, last time. I'm gonna miss it. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna miss it a lot. Okay, Simone, where are we?
We are in the beautiful Konyaaltı beach. I love beaches so much because I love to swim in the ocean. So I've been waiting for this day in the holiday all the way through. I'm very excited.
Oh. And what book did you insist I take a photo with here?
Beach read. Can you believe she wasn't gonna bring beach read to the beach? Crazy.
The shame.
The shame.
The content creator shame. With that, I am back home. I'm here in the UK, and so I shall end this Turkey vlog here because there's nothing more to it. I'm finished. Oh, actually there's one more thing I do need to mention. That on the plane on my way back I finished reading Beach Read by Emily Henry, so I guess I can give you my final thoughts. Overall, I thought this was a sweet romance. It was very, very nice. It did have some cringe writing from time to time, but it was actually a fun read. I think it had a lot more depth to it than I expected. It is called a beach read and it is light-hearted and it is happy, and you get the couple that you expect to be together from the beginning being together, and that's kind of a standard in romance either which way. But it was really, really nice, and I liked how it handled the grief storyline. I thought that was done very, very well. But I will say that I just didn't connect to any of these characters in a deep way, and I think especially when it comes to romance, connecting with the characters is essential if you want to take it up from the level from good to best. So for me, I just thought this was a fun, nice read, but will I remember it in a few months' time? No. And will I ever reread it? No. So it's not going to be a new favourite romance for me, but it was a jolly good time. It was a nice read for a holiday, something light-hearted and fun. I do think that it fell into some stereotypes with the male love interests. Very like dark, furrowed brows, crooked smile, crooked mouth, crooked everything. So at times it did lose me a little bit there. But, and the names, Augustus and January, I just can't look past that. But overall it was still a very, very good read. It's just not the love of my life like Emily Henry seems to be for everyone else. I'm hoping to try one more, probably finish Book Lovers, and then we'll see really if it's just a good time and that's it. But yes, that is it. I'm ending the vlog here. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know in the comment section down below, have you ever been to Turkey, or if you get to go on holiday soon, which location would you like to holiday to next? Doesn't have to be a country, it can be a city. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video. And you know what they say, onwards and upwards. Excelsior!